Hi everyone, my name's Ashley and this is Study Abroad 101. Last year I spent 3 months in Guatemala during the summer as part of a service learning study abroad program, and then in the fall I went to Peru to study at a university there. The reason I'm doing this video project is because I received the Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship for studying abroad. And part of the scholarship is to do a project when you come back to the States to promote the scholarship and to promote studying abroad, so that's what this is. So I want to start out by talking about some of the reasons that you should study abroad. I had an amazing experience, so obviously I think everybody should study abroad as well. First of all, if you're going to visit a country whose official language is not English, this is an amazing opportunity to really improve your skills and become fluent. I'm sorry, but it is impossible to gain fluency just by taking classes at your university. You might be really good at reading and writing, but when you're thrown into a setting where you're forced to speak, you realize that it's a whole different thought process between reading and writing and actually listening and speaking, which is something that I realized when I got to Guatemala last year. Another benefit is that you'll see another culture and you'll live in that culture. And I think this is really important because too often we get stuck in the little bubble that we live in the United States, and we don't really think about other countries and other cultures that are out there. So it's amazing to just learn about another culture and learn how people live, what they eat, what music they listen to, and you're going to see a lot of differences. And one of the coolest things that I realized when I was abroad was that despite all the cultural differences, all the differences in customs and religions or values and beliefs, we're all pretty much the same. We're all people and we want to be loved and accepted. And it was just cool to say, hey, you know, I'm really not that different from these people at all. Going along with that, the people that you meet while you study abroad are going to make a lasting impression on you. I have so many lifelong friends that I hope I'll be friends with them forever because we've made a good connection. And I also met my boyfriend while I was in Peru, so there you go, you never know what can happen. You can also get credit for classes at your university by taking them through another school in another country. And that's really cool that you get to travel and experience all these new things, but you get credit for it as well. It will also give you a huge advantage for when you graduate and start going out and looking for jobs. Having international experience or study abroad on a resume is something that employers really look for because it shows that you can communicate interculturally and sometimes even in a different language, and that'll really give you an edge when you're searching for a career. You're also going to become a lot more independent by living in another country. You're going to be taken out of your comfort zone, away from your family and friends, and you're going to be forced to make decisions for yourself and, decide what you want to do while you're there. For me, when I was in Guatemala, I lived with a host family for 6 weeks, and after that I stayed in a hostel, and I had to go and book that hostel by myself. I had to find my own plane ticket from Guatemala to Peru, and I just had to do all these things that I never would have thought that I could do if I hadn't studied abroad. And it was just a really amazing feeling knowing that I could do this by myself, I can take care of myself, and I'm independent, yay! It was also kind of fun talking about that with my parents and saying, hey, I'm all grown up now, I don't need you guys. Just kidding. And last, but definitely not least, studying abroad is fun. I had so many amazing experiences during my trip. I climbed a couple volcanoes, I went to Machu Picchu, visited the Amazon, and just things that I never would have had the opportunity to do here because I'm from Nebraska and we don't have any volcanoes or mountains or anything interesting here. So it was really fun to just get out and experience all these new things. So those are just some of the reasons for studying abroad. There are a ton more. There are as many reasons as there are countries in the world, and even more. So hopefully I sparked at least a few people's interest in studying abroad. And if you're someone who is already thinking about studying abroad, go ahead and start looking at programs, start talking to people and who have studied abroad and hear their experiences, and just talk to people. Networking is a really good tool to use with this kind of thing. I'll post the link for the Gilman website below, so take a look at that, and I'll see you next time.